Hello everyone, we are here to have a presentation by Raju and by Abraham about the next year's DebConf in Kochi. So, welcome.
Yeah. Hello everyone. So again, thanks for having us here. So DebConf23 Kochi. So we tried different logos, we tried different things, and everyone so we have like hundreds of different languages, thousands of gods, and the only thing we could agree on was mangoes tasted great. So it is what it is. So, where exactly is Kochi?
A lot of people asked us a lot of questions about Kochi. Where is Kochi? Is it in Japan? It actually is.
There is a Kochi in Japan.
So some people said, I thought it was happening in India, and then we actually decided to put a map down south in just near the coast. This is where Kochi is, and that's where DebConf23 will happen.
Yes.
And almost half of the local team is from there, and some of us are from up the northern side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of dispute about the boundary, so we're not gonna go further into that.
Yeah.
Dates.
So these are the dates that we have decided. The DebCamp will happen from 3rd to 9th September, and DebConf will happen on 10th to 17th September. Yeah. It's usually a little late from the usual DebConf schedule, but depending on the weather, these were the best days that we could find.
Yes. So about the venue. So the venue where we will be having our accommodation, our hack labs, talk rooms, except the main venue and the meals is 4 Points by Sheraton. It's a 5-star hotel, and we hope that we will be able to provide all the amenities that the DebConf, everyone attending DebConf will need. So these are pictures of the rooms, one of the venues, and we also even have an infinity pool, if anybody is interested. Then, furthermore, this is a picture of the Atuli Hall. So this is very near. This is our main venue, will be, and it is actually very near to the hotel. So on the top left, I think it's the left. So we have Atulia, and this is 350 meters walking. So it's not a big deal, and it should be fine for everyone. So I think we won't have an issue where you're walking throughout the day. So it should be fine for everyone. That's what we feel. So yes, how to get to Kochi?
So there are different ways to get to Kochi. For international people, these are the different airports, and the circles are usually is the amount of flights that they receive. Kochi comparatively receives a lot less flights, but it has a lot of international connections. So it's the airport code, if you go back.
Okay.
So the airport code is COK. It's COCHIN and KOCHI, both are the same city names, so don't get confused with the airport code. And yeah, if you look at the connections, Kochi is covered internationally by a lot of direct flights. So even people coming from Europe, there are direct flights from London and Frankfurt, which go directly to Kochi. If you can't come from London, or you can also transit via Middle East, but if a lot of people want to avoid Middle East, they can transit come via London or Frankfurt. If you can't get there, you can also come from, there are direct flights from, let's say, Warsaw, directly to Mumbai or Delhi, which have long-haul flights, 9 hours, 10 hours flights, directly to Mumbai or Delhi, and then you can take a domestic flight to Kochi. There are also some transit options via East Africa, which have direct flights to Mumbai. So all sorts of combinations are possible.
Like if you want to avoid Middle East.
Yeah.
So, yes.
The visa policy, all the region in green can get visas easily. This was the last updated information that we found. It's either visa on arrival or e-visa, which you can get easily online. You don't need to do a lot of lengthy process. Japan is visa-free. You can just buy a ticket and come in. This region in gray, they require a proper visa process, and we'll be there. The visa team would be there to help you ease out the process for visa.
Yes. What to expect, what Kochi has to offer. So first, there are a couple of tourist attractions. So the first image you see is the inside of a houseboat, which is essentially a boat that you can spend time on, where you'll get traditional food, you'll have bedroom to sleep in, and you can cruise through the backwaters of Kochi rivers for an entire day, essentially. And if you like that, you should probably do that. So we also have many other, so we have markets, local markets, where you can find local goods, you can find local artisans. So we are also very diverse in terms of culture. We have Jewish synagogues, we have churches, we have temples, we have mosques. So if you want to experience culture, Kochi is the right place to be. Also, we have good food, which is good. So we have fish. If you like seafood, the sea is close, and we have rivers. So like we get all sorts of fish. So there's a limit to how much variety we can provide you at the venue, but you can always just walk outside, and there's tons of restaurants where you can find a lot of variety of food. And we have everything. We have something for everyone. So India has a very diverse cuisine. So we don't have to prepare something separately for vegans or if you are vegetarian, because we have both native in our diet. So we have something for everyone. And this is just more examples. So the top, so the first picture, it's a traditional meal. It's called a sadhya in Kerala, and it is purely vegetarian. We might not be able to provide this at the venue, but there are definitely restaurants that provide you. So you get to eat the meal on a banana leaf, essentially. And then we also, and on the bottom, what you see is essentially a 1 meter long dosa. So it's actually 1 meter long. You get to buy this, you get to eat it with your friends, or if you're just too hungry, you get to eat it on your own. And the last is momo, which is like our own take on dumplings. So you can have that and be the judge of how good it is on your own. And yeah, we have sweets. So we have a lot of sweets. So first is laddu, and the bottom is the tapioca chips. It's not sweet essentially, but it's a snack, and we'll be providing you with lots of snacks to snack in between talks and stuff. Banana chips, tapioca chips, you'll get it, so it should be fine. But when it comes to food, we know what your concern is, all right? We know that our chefs are really good, and they are used to catering to international crowds, and they'll take care of you. So don't worry. But all things considered, I really think there are only two groups of people in the world: the one that love Indian food, and one that haven't yet realized that they love Indian food. So you are either in either group, but either way, I think you'll have a great time and you'll have great food in India. But yeah, so this is something that we want to emphasize. Clean plates only. But I think that's it for food. Okay, Raju, was that you?
No, it was you.
Nope. I remember that.
Yeah. Coming to some of the miscellaneous details while traveling to India, these are the power plugs which work. Most European plugs will work without the earth pin. So, and the typical 3-pin plug is at the bottom. Those usually work. And we have, if you don't manage to have your plugs, the electronic shops are available in abundance, and you can easily get an adapter for yourself.
330 volt, 50 hertz everywhere.
Yeah. These are the weather predictions for Kochi. If you can see.
We're not sure if it's super visible.
September 2023. Yeah. That's what AccuWeather, that's what AccuWeather has predicted. This is the historical average around those days, but there would be rain as well.
Yes, it might seem like it's like a hot season, but in Kerala, you can never say. You can get light showers. It's like the wedding of the fox, they say. Both it's sunny and it rains at the same time, so yeah.
Don't forget to have your umbrellas or raincoats because it might rain anytime.
It might not, but like
it might not. It may be. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, SIM cards.
We probably have some of the cheapest data cost per GB in the world, and it's available abundantly. The mobile network coverage is very good across the country, especially the 4G coverage. And 4G networks are widely available. It should be fairly easy to get a SIM card at the airport or even outside.
Yes. Language. Yes, some important things to note. A lot of people ask me whether I speak Indian. I don't speak Indian. Nobody speaks Indian. So, like I said, so we have 23 official languages. Hindi is one of them. Hindi is not something that everyone speaks. But English is more or less something that everyone would be able to make some basic conversation in. So if you want to ask for directions, you can just ask someone in directions in English. Do not buy a Hindi dictionary. Do not install apps for Hindi. Like, that might not be really helpful. Our official language is Malayalam, but it might not be easy for others to speak because it involves a lot of...
Official language in the state of Kerala.
In the state of Kerala, yes.
Yes.
So that's about language and accessibility. So we are committed to make DebConf23 accessible for everyone. We'll try our level best, and we are open to suggestions at all points. Yes. So, yes.
If you are looking to sponsor us, if you can help us get some sponsors for DebConf 2023, please reach out to us at the sponsors@debconf.org mail ID, and we would be glad to cooperate. It would be very helpful.
Yes.
Thank you.
And we have a wonderful team. So you might have seen some of us. We are very hardworking. We are always, so this thing is always on our heads, and it will be for the next year. And we will maybe reach out to some of you for advices, maybe things on how to do things. So yeah, please help us out. See you all in India next year.
Questions?
Questions.
So we are going to take questions now. Utkarsh is going to run another microphone. So, anyone? I have one. So
Yes.
we saw that the main venue is 350 meters from the hotel.
Yep.
How accessible is the path from the hotel to the venue?
So it's an info park, so there are government regulations to make it as accessible as possible, but like we are definitely going to try and make it, if there are steps that are not really, that does not really have a ramp nearby to make the journey, we'll add it. So we are open to like making things more accessible if they are already not. Yes.
Hi. I know that my country is not even in the list to get the visa. Will you maybe start the process by asking your president to recognize our independence, please?
Fair enough. But so we would definitely try. So we will definitely have a conversation with the Foreign Affairs Office, so that because we want you guys there. I personally have friends here. I've made over the past 2 weeks that I want to see in India. So we'll definitely make efforts from our side so that you guys can be there. But then it's a diplomatic thing that's bigger than any of us, in all honesty.
Just to add to that, on the peoples.debin.org website, Kosovo is still not listed, and we just found out, and Anupa reported it. So we have actually started including Kosovo in multiple places, and rest assured, we'll do our best for all kind of visa support for any Kosovo members who want to attend.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
Hi. How many locals are you expecting there? A lot, I hope.
So, we have a population of 1.something billion, and every time we open registrations, it closes in 1 hour. So, and we are an IT hub. India is an IT hub, so there are tons of people who are interested in this stuff. So we are figuring stuff out. We have plans. We have some ideas as to how we can manage this. We're working on it, but we definitely have this in mind, and we're not going to mess this up. Yes.
More questions?
questions.
Thank you. Not that I'm complaining, but
Okay.
how hilly is your conference venue?
How?
How hilly? No.
How uphill?
No, it is not hilly. So I come from a hilly place, so I can definitely assure that Kochi is not hilly. There are beaches nearby, so like it's near to the sea, so the hills are kind of far away. But maybe as a day trip option, there will be hills. Yes.
Next question. Was that a railway line I saw between the two conference venues?
Railroad?
On the map, it looked like there was a railway line between the two.
It was not a railway line.
The map had a
That's
very small
the
part
Kochi
of Kochi.
Metro thing. That
Yeah.
that is only constructing. It may not be there when you came, only after some year.
Yeah,
Kiran,
so
you can come here.
Yeah, you can join us.
Yeah.
So Kiran resides in Kochi. So,
Yeah, he lives in Kochi.
Yes.
So I am the resident of Kochi.
Yeah. About the rail network. So,
Kochi has pretty covers. There is metro coverage in Kochi, but this line, the line to the Info Park area is only planned, and now it's only in the construction stage.
Yes.
So yeah.
Just to add to that, India has a very wide network of railways. If you plan to to have a tour around or do any tourism before or after, you can fly to a city and then travel across with different rail networks.
If you're planning to come to Mumbai or New Delhi, you can come to Kochi by train from New Delhi or from Mumbai.
Yeah.
Or flights, whatever is easier for you.
Yeah.
And there are DDs who have done that previously, and we have hosted them.
Yeah. And I can't see them here now.
Yes, I was looking as well.
Yeah.
More questions?
For diversity people, is probably have some issues there, or is okay?
For whom?
Diversity people.
Like I said, so historically Kochi is a port city, so there's like a lot of diverse culture already in Kochi, and we are it's a very liberal community, and we believe, and there are people who are LGBTQ+, who live in Kochi, and they have a good life, and again, that is one thing, but again, we are committed to provide security, to make sure that our guests are secure. And we, of course, like if you want a taxi service arranged or someone to pick you up from the airport or railway station, we can look into that, we can do that, yes.
Just to add to an answer to your question, India recognizes the third gender, and it's recognized legally. There are still a lot of issues which are not recognized, like same-sex marriage is still not there, but the third gender is recognized. Yeah. More questions?
There was a question from IRC. Can Chinese bank cards be used in India now?
Can Chinese?
Bank cards.
So the Chinese bank cards usually have the Union Pay network. They are not on Visa or other usual networks. There are ATMs which do support Union Pay. And I have seen them, yeah.
But they're not as wide as Visa or MasterCard.
Yeah. The most widely accessible are Visa and MasterCard. There are ATMs which do support Union Pay.
Yes.
Yes.
Another question from IRC, this time from our video editor. How many people per room in the accommodation?
Go back.
I think it's 200 in the menu.
In a room.
In a room. Oh, in a room.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Nietzsche.
Sorry. But yeah, so like, this is, yeah.
The information that I have, there are like 50 plus rooms which have twin bed arrangements. So
Yes.
probably that, and then after the twin bed arrangement rooms run out, then we'll probably have single bedrooms
as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be arranging it as we've done in here as well. So there will be a couple who want to have a...
I think it would be something similar to what we had in Brazil.
Yeah.
We had a 3-person sharing, but but here we have a limit of max 2 people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And these are actual pictures.
Another question from IRC. Is there a lot of air pollution?
Okay.
And as opposed to add to that, can you swim in the sea?
Okay.
From
So there is air pollution if you're in the city and it's like right in the noon, it's a very hot climate and there's a lot of cars going, yes, there is air pollution. But the venue is not very close to the highway. Obviously, we have road access, but what I meant is that it is not very close to a busy highway, so there's not much air pollution in the venue.
Compared to some cities which are like in the inner regions of India, like
Yes.
Delhi, which have a lot of air pollution,
Very good.
because this is near to the sea, the air
And the
keeps
air
flowing.
breeze is also there. So,
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a request I wanted to make, but here we have T-shirts. In other editions, we had T-shirts. Can we have those nice, fun dresses as a uniform for DebConf, please?
Ooh, okay. What you put it
We had a BoF with the Deb in India team had a BoF in the morning, and some of us requested that we should have some swags with those nice pants and shirts, and we are considering that.
We are considering it. We'll look into what everyone wants.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. More questions?
Does anyone have any more questions? No? Yes.
So I think that's a great idea, Inkalina, and even if it's maybe not viable from a swag perspective, maybe we can organize something that it just gets printed and we, get a bulk discount and you pay for it, because I definitely would love that.
Sure, we'll take all of this into. Oh, Sruthi has something to add to that. Okay.
Maybe instead of getting printed, like hand-loomed.
Maybe, yeah, that's a possibility. We have communities of
stuff like the Munda thing, that's handloom stuff, and we were planning to contact the weavers to get the
native
swirl.
weavers, local weavers.
Maybe that's our request. Those who request, we can get them. Maybe not as a general swag, but optional one.
How many rooms for talks will we have and hack labs?
I didn't hear.
How many room for adults at Hack Labs?
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes. How many rooms for talks will we have and
for
how many
BoFs and Hack Labs?
Okay.
Yep.
So we have 2 venues at the hotel. Yeah, so we have 2 venues at the hotel, and that will act. So that will act as talk rooms, and then we have Hack Labs. We are planning 2 probably, right? Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Can we get a mic?
Yeah, mic. You can just come here.
Yeah.
As usual, 3 videoed halls and 1 big hack lab and a small silent one where someone wants to work. And we'll try to have smaller places where if people want to get together and we have a meeting or such. So yeah, that's the plan.
That's the regular stuff, yeah.
I just want to note from the content team side, maybe, well, this is not decided, but maybe I'll try to do only 2 talk rooms at the same time instead of 3, given how difficult it is sometimes to staff the video the video positions. So we need usually 5 or 6 people per room, and sometimes very difficult. So this is not decided, but something that I will probably bring up is to have less talks at the same time. More questions? Anyone? Yes.
Can we serve jalebis in the form of a Debian logo?
Okay.
What?
Can we have jalebis in the form of a Debian logo? So jalebi is a sweet, and he's asking if we can have it in the... we have a picture, right?
Yes.
Can you show a picture?
Yeah, I have to get to Kochi what to explain. Oh, no,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
Did you, yes, this is jalebi. So the second one, essentially.
Yeah.
So he's asking whether we can get in a swirl. We'll try. We'll try. We have nothing against it. We'll try.
Yeah.
Yes.
Questions? Comments?
No questions?
Jokes? No? Let's call? No, then let's thank our speakers and let's all meet again next year in Kochi.
Yes. If we seem tired and maybe a little too caffeinated, it is because we are. Sorry, we're young.
Just one last thing. The closing is supposed to be at 5, so 1.5 hours from now, but we are ready to do it now since everyone is here. Let's just wait for Arianet and let's do the official closing so we don't wait for 1 hour for it.
Or I'll